10, 9,
Go ahead.
8, 7, 6. Welcome to No Sleep and Drawing today. I am Luis, and here I am with my dear friend Fabian.
Hello.
Today,
So Louis here is going to be reading from a Reddit page called No Sleep. Well, I will be drawing an image that's related to the story as he reads it to you.
now, these are chosen in advance so he could draw while I read the story. He picks them and he sends them to me. Alright, so here we have an example. We have one of his great drawings, really good drawings. I'm not being sarcastic.
Nah, it's not that good. It's
Shut up. Alright. And here we have a no sleep story. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to go read it. It's a really good story, and you should check out this page sometime if you like spooky things. Now, all I wanted was some damn weed is our first story today. And are you ready, Fabian?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Alright, so open up your screen share, and I'll start. I had been bored all day. All week, actually, and decided to overcome this boredom with a little bit of herb. So I decided to text around to see if anybody had any. It took me about an hour to find someone that had some and lived within walking distance from me. So I texted him and we made a time. I met him outside his house at 2 a.m. Why at 2 a.m.? That's stupid. I was getting ready and went to the bathroom, grabbed a sweater, sent some navigation to my phone, and put some headphones on. I already knew the area around my house, so I had an idea of where he lived. The first half of the walk wasn't too bad until the navigations told me to turn down a road that I've never gone down in my life. All the street lamps on the street were either super dim or just didn't work at all. Also, the left side of the road had a house every 50 or so meters, and the right side of the road was a complete forest. This is where I had a sense of impending doom, and I also had the feeling that someone was following me. As I walked down the road, I turned my music off and took my headphones off to make sure I didn't get jumped or something. I turned my phone flash on, but that only helped me see about 5 feet ahead of me, and the rest was dark. As I'm walking, I see these strange silhouette of human beings standing at the end of the street. I was instantly paralyzed and didn't know what to do. I had to go this way to get to the guy's house, but I didn't want to have any unplanned meetings. So I kept walking, looked behind me because I was still pretty paranoid. And when I looked forward, the silhouette was gone. So I just ignored it, thinking it was some weird junkie or drunk guy. I got to the house, got the bag, and started to walk back home. This time, I would take the way that was a bit better lit and safer. Everything's going well. I got my stuff, ready to go home and relax. I'm trying to walk where the light is so I'm never fully enveloped in dark, like I was on the way there. As I'm walking, I still have the feeling that someone is following me. Only this time, I can see all around me so I don't see anyone. Walking up the street to my house, I noticed one of the houses to my right has the door wide open, and it was wide open. All the lights were off in the house. It was my barber's house. At first, I just assumed that dogs must have opened it, but then I remember all the times my barber would tell me how he doesn't like dogs. I just keep walking, obviously, because I'm not gonna walk in a dark house with no lights on. I still have feeling, this feeling that something is going to happen, and I just can't calm down. That's when I start hearing it. Footsteps. I look all around me and keep looking, but the footsteps sound like they're getting closer and closer. I don't see anyone around me at all. I started to run, but the footsteps kept getting louder and louder. I'm about 40 meters from my house when I look behind me and I see it. The same silhouette, the same disfigured body standing there. I can still hear footsteps, but he's just standing there. I get in my house, lock the doors, turn every light on, and hide. Now, I see my dear friend Fabian isn't done over here, and it's no rush. while we do this, I'll go read the other story that he drew the picture for. And it's a pretty good damn story. I confronted the demon that haunts me. Sorry, I just had to check my recording. You know when you were 5 years old, you would never let your mother turn off your light because it kept away the monster that hid in the dark void in your closet? She would laugh it off as your imagination. But you knew it was real. You know it's real. By the time you were 8, she wouldn't even listen at your pleas, and she would turn the light off, close your door, leaving you in eternal darkness. You had to grow up. You had to face your fears. When she left, the monster would stretch his slender hands from the gaps of your closet just to taunt you. His arms would grow longer and longer, and it seemed as he could get you at any second now. You hoped that as you grew older, that monster would leave and find a new victim, but it never did. As a matter of fact, it started not only haunting you from the void of your closet, it was everywhere. When you were walking to school, it would walk behind you, hiding behind tall trees every time you get paranoid and turn around. When you were home alone, when you watch TV and feel like something's on the ceiling, creeping up to you. Don't worry, you're not insane, because it's real. It is made of rotting flesh and bones of the lost souls. It smells like dead bodies, and it hugs you every time you're sad, just to remind you of your own misery. As I grew older, my fears grew with me. As my fears grew, it fed on them, and became larger and even more terrifying. It was becoming stronger. It was no longer bound to the dark corners of the room. It was able to follow me in broad daylight. When I was surrounded by people I loved, and when I was supposed to feel safe, it was still there. I couldn't live like this anymore. My mother was right. I had to face my fears. I had to face it. Yesterday, I was sitting in the living room, alone, when I could start smelling the scent of rotting bodies creeping up on me. My skin was crawling. I felt sick to the stomach. It just stood there. I tried to ignore it, but I couldn't keep on like this anymore. For the first time in my fragile, mortal life, I turned around and looked it in the eyes. My heart was going to rip out my chest, and it smiled, mocking me. I froze as the sudden realization came to my mind. I am only afraid of it because all my life I thought I was supposed to. It only exists because I am afraid of it. If I'm not, it has nothing to feed on. I smiled, greeting my old friend. It looked confused. I'm not afraid anymore, I whispered mockingly. It was almost like I could see fear in its eyes. He let out a blood-curdling scream and ran away to my room, into my closet. It was not strong anymore. I am in power. It will become its worst nightmare. It caused my mania, and I will be the end of it. The prey has become the hunter. It has been hiding in the void of my closet again. I plan on paying my old friend a visit tonight. Now let's go check in with my dear friend Fabian. Nice, Fabian. Nice. Now, thank you for attending this video. If you like it, please subscribe. It'd be a big help to us. Get us out there. And worst comes to worst, oh well, this probably won't happen again. Fabian, you could come off mute now so we could discuss these stories if you want to.
Okay.
Hello?
Trust me, if I try shading stuff in, most of these pictures are going to be like black and white and grayish because of shading. Then most things will look better. So.
That's fine. That's fine. The more dead it looks, the better.
I don't know. I could probably shade it right now, and it probably like.
Nice story choice. Nice story choice, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I love the title.
Of course, man. You just want some good damn movies.
I did. Alright, go back to drawing. Go back to drawing. So,
Okay. I'll
thank
just
you.
go back to shading, and if we can't finish it within the time, then we'll just, I guess, I guess.
Here's the Oh, Jesus, my bad. Here's a suggestion. Why don't you draw it like next to the barber house? Like the door is open and it's pitch black right there.
No, there's supposed to be the one of where he's trying to go. But
It's dark.
yeah,
Ah, okay. So,
that's what this is supposed to be. So, because I'm probably not gonna draw like that, I'm just gonna dark.
Jesus, burping so much right now. I need food. You know what? Thank you once again for attending this video. If you like it, subscribe. Gets us out there. Once again, I know I said it already.
Remember, this is a community channel too.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a community channel. It'll be me, Kirazu, another guy named Savior. We're trying to get more people on board, but I don't know how that's gonna go. So, if you like gaming, I'll try to do that. I'll do more of these podcasts with my dear friend right here. And we hope you have a good night. I'm a sign off and let Fabian draw. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Can you hear the music?
The music?
Often I'm upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess this was the stress of falling out of bed. Are you part of me yet? I'm a little sick right now, but
I have to take this.
when I'm ready, I will fly us out of it. Leave. Cut my hair. Cut hair. Strangely, he feels at home in this. Strangely, he feels at home in this. Often I'm upset that I cannot fall in love, but I guess this was the stress of falling out of bed. Are you part of me yet? I'm a little sick right now, but I swear when I'm ready, I will fly us out of it. Cut hair. Leave.
I'm back.
Cut my hair. Cut hair. Strangely, he feels at home in this. Strangely, he feels at home in this.
So, Jesus, what we'll be doing right now is we'll save the file and put some filters over it to give it more of a spooky feel per se. Right? And then
Yeah.
after that we'll be done and we'll wish you all a good night.
Even though we've already done that, like,
I know.
yeah.
This is, let me Let me play the original.
I'm just a fool to keep on chasing after nothing great. You're just a fool to keep pretending that you're loving me. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Call me on the phone at 3, I'll talk to you while half asleep, complaining about your mother, so I take you to the cemetery. Run to me, I like the sound, I like your voice, I like your mouth, oh.
Yes. What are you guys?
Is that it, Davian?
No,
Almost?
almost. I was just road, and then we'll just add, you know.
Alright.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I was such a fool to keep on chasing after nothing great. You were such a fool to keep pretending that you're loving me. In the mirror of the word, my dear, I don't.
I was not going to say that.
I could have gone through another no sleep story. Let's look at some corgis. Let's look at corgis right now. Look at the corgis.
Should be good enough.
Is that good? Yeah.
It should be good enough considering.
Yeah. That should be fine. Alright, and then thank you for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful time. I'm gonna stop the recording here, Fabian, if you're done.
But no.
There. Stop. Perfect. Oh, in my opinion.
Unless you want to try. How's that?
Perfect in my opinion. Thank you once again for joining us today. Sorry